Hey, hey, hey! So we're gonna do a get ready with me today. I already did most of my eye makeup. As you can see, it is different. I am testing out that NYX palette. Yeah, so testing it out. So there's two different eye looks, which I know looks really, really bizarre, but stay with me. So I'm gonna show you my current, I want to say my skin routine, my face routine. So the first thing I use is this No Pore Blem Base Redness and Pore Correcting. Pore covering. Professional. Clearly professional. Clearly not new at all. So I just rub this in. And yes, it looks very green. I forgot to wipe off the glitter from underneath my eye, but actually that's kind of covering it up, so that's awesome. So that's awesome. But I just want to show you guys my like summer face routine. Because, I don't know. I thought maybe y'all would find it interesting. Glue on my finger, so it's throwing me off. And now apparently I'm just using my whole hand to put this on, which is ridiculous. You know, it's a redness covering. It's just wherever you feel like you have a little bit too much redness, more than you like. I always get it in my cheeks, but I find that this stuff actually works really, really well. It's not overpowering. It does have a fragrance to it. I don't hate the fragrance though. I don't hate it, but when I put foundation on, for the most part, you can't see. You can't see the green. At least I haven't noticed that you can. So, and my husband hasn't noticed, and my son hasn't gone, "Are you okay?" Because he doesn't notice stuff, but like if you look sick, he'd be like, "Are you okay?" So, all right, I need a napkin. How you dab your nose after doing your makeup. Alright. So the next thing, you let it set for a little bit, but usually like by the time you get your stuff ready, it's probably ready to go. I don't know. So I've been using this combination. So this is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Illumination Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream Color Correcting Full Coverage Natural Finish. This has SPF 30, this has SPF 50, but if you notice, this is Fair 120, 120N, and this is Fair Light, but if you look at these colors, they are not even close. Like, this is way too dark for me. So what I do is I combine these two, and it actually makes a fairly good color for me. Blah, blah, blah. So I just put a little bit on my hand. If I was really a professional, I would have like a little tray that I would do that in, but I'm not Tati, so did about that, like that. And then you can, like I've been using a sponge with this. If you just apply it directly to your face, obviously you could just take it and, you know, I don't know. I applied both of them directly to my face to test them out individually. I wouldn't do that with this because, I don't know, I just feel like it wouldn't blend out very well. So typically, when I would wear the rest of this face, I don't usually wear these a whole lot, but since it's gotten warmer and the sun's gotten brighter, I've been wearing these because they have SPF in them. And that's always a good thing. They're also, they're both, I don't want to say like sheer, but like, I feel like they're not full coverage, but it's enough. Like, I don't know, for summer, I don't usually want like a super full coverage situation. You know, you're gonna be out, you're gonna be sweating. It's gonna happen if you live in an area that gets sun. It's gonna happen. Maybe if you live in, I mean, Alaska even gets sun, but like, you know, if you live somewhere that doesn't get hardly any sun, please let me know, because my skin hates the sun. So I used to burn really bad, and now it gets really red and it looks like it's gonna burn, and then it doesn't, and it just tans. But as you can see, like, it's covering up most of the green. Like, I've never had any issues, people asking me if I'm okay. I do think if you wear too much, you know, of the green and it overpowers your foundation, or you can see it through the, you know, I can see why people would ask, definitely. But I haven't had that issue so far. At least not with that stuff. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Kind of get it up in there. I've been trying to avoid this area of my eyes because I wear glasses. So I figure if I just don't put a whole lot of stuff there, then it's not going to smudge off. Voila. Alright, so those are done. So the next thing I will do is contour. I do contour and then blush and then highlight. And the contour that I've been using is, of course, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Ones. And it is in the very lightest, the Fair Light, which is almost like a gray. But I'm not really even, I don't squeeze it a whole lot, only if I absolutely have to, because it does kind of ooze out sometimes, and if you squeeze it, you might get a little bit too much. So in my opinion, I'm not a professional, but in my opinion, I just don't squeeze it, because I'm like, it's enough. But a little bit goes a long way with this stuff too, so you don't want to overdo it. Right. I'm making sure you can still see me. Dot it, draw a line, whatever you need to do. And you can do this with a brush or a sponge. I do it with my fingers because I can actually feel the bones, so it's easier for me to like contour, I guess. And I feel like my fingers are lighter than what a brush or a sponge would do. Now see, I got too much, so I'm gonna have to put some. Seriously, if you squeeze these things, like, it's just, it's a lot. I've been trying to like tap up, not tap down. This is where my shoulders have been hurting. Alright, so then we have that. I'm gonna wipe my fingers off. Then I take my sponge that still has my stuff on it, just go kind of underneath it, kind of just around it just a little bit, just to kind of clean it up just ever so lightly. Why does that have a strong line? I don't know. I don't know. Alright, that's good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Alright, and then I've been using Tarte Sea Breezy Cream Blush in Pink Sky. So this one I actually do use a brush. But this is the color. And this is the Tarte, the cream blush. I don't want to say it's nothing special, but it's nothing special. Like, it's just, it's a cream blush. It's good. You know, I like that I cover up redness, and then what do? Put it right back in my skin. If you're daring, this is like what I think what they said Marilyn Monroe used to do, is you take your blush and just kind of go over your nose, just ever so, like, you don't want to look sunburned, you know. So I take, when I do my blush, and I just kind of like go like this, and I use it to kind of blend in the contour too. But like, I do that, and then just, you know, just slightly over your nose. And then again with the sponge. I just want to make sure that everything is cohesive and everything looks good. Alright, and then this is Grande Glow Plumping Liquid Highlighter in the shade French Pearl. I got this via BoxyCharm. I got the Tarte stuff via BoxyCharm. I'm still working on my products from BoxyCharm because I got way too much. But I got this and I tried it out and I didn't super like it at first because it's a liquid highlighter. But now, when I use it, I'm actually like, that's pretty stunning. Alright, and then I do it on the other side. Not too much. Not too much. You try to use your ring finger because your ring finger has the lightest pressure. That's why I'm using that one specifically. But I feel like summer is just the time for like the more of the like the cream products, the liquid products. I don't know. I just find that I've been gravitating towards those because when you sweat, I feel like powder is more likely to either cake or come off and like look funny, whereas a cream doesn't. In my experience, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's my first day. It's my first day. And then I like going right here. You can kind of like highlight your Cupid's bow if you have one. If you don't have one, maybe you could create one with like lip liner and then highlight it. But I try not to do too much because then it like emphasizes the tiny little hairs that you have up there. But yeah, all right. And then of course we take one more. Okay, so we're just making sure everything looks good. Just patting everything in, making sure it looks cohesive. And I like the sponge because it does. Don't ignore my nasty sponge. Don't look at that. But when you use a sponge compared to your hands or a brush, it does kind of help it more like absorb into the skin, so you can get a more blurred finish. All right, so then I do the Maybelline Superstay 24-Hour Hybrid Powder Foundation in the shade 102. So I just get a little bit on my brush and go right underneath my eyes. I make this the last thing I do because if I feel like anything is overpowering, if I feel like the highlighter is too much, if I feel like whatever, this is a good opportunity to take and tone it down. So you can put it under your eye, and it just kind of finalizes that for me, and you can kind of take it along your, you know, I don't know, you do what you want. This is like a foundation, but I don't use it as like a straight foundation. I use it as just like a powder. I feel like that's emphasizing like the blue. Is it getting on the brush? I don't know, y'all. I just kind of put it anywhere I think needs a little bit extra stuff. So that is my current, well, hang on. And then I use the Unique Touch Behold setting spray. It's almost empty. Use whatever setting spray you want. I don't have a drugstore version that I use as of right now. I do have like a couple more that I have used and tried. But I really like the Unique one. It smells like champagne. It's amazing. I just like the look of it. I like the feel of it. So that is kind of my makeup, and then now I would put on my mascara. So I'm gonna go do that. But yeah, this is my summer face routine. This is what I have been doing. So I hope, I don't know, maybe that helped you. Maybe you liked it. Maybe you find a new product that you want to try. I don't know. And I have dry skin. This is just what works for me. Hopefully this looks good on camera. I don't have my eyes on, so I can only see so much. But like this video if you like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video. I thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about all the products in here, if you like them, didn't like them, all year, like your experiences with them, all of the things. Let me know down in the comments. I really appreciate you guys watching, staying with my channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!